Hi everyone, Sharon here with Creating with Sharon. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today is Tuesday, September the 7th. Woohoo! Hard to believe, eh? We're into that already. Can't believe that one. I'm just going to just share this in a couple spots. One, two, three. Okay, so we're all done. So I'm going to flip this around and we'll get started. I'm going to be doing a really cute card, and I'm going to talk to you on where I get my inspirations from. Okay, so here we go. Flip it around, and there we are. There's the card I'm going to be making tonight. Isn't that pretty? Totally fall, and then I did a little bit on the inside too. There we go. So I go to if you're a Canadian, I go to Winners, and in the States it's be TJ Maxx. And I go in and I look at their napkins because that's where I get my inspiration from. So this one here, I used the sketch from Casing Tuesday, but the colors and everything I got from this napkin that I found at Winners. So I picked up like the oranges and I put some different purples and stuff like that into it. This was done on navy blue, but I did mine on this is Rich Razzleberry, and then Olive Garden, or no, Olive Garden, Old Olive is the colors that I used in that one. But that's where I got that inspiration from. And for a club that's coming up, this is where I got the inspiration from that one, but I'm not going to say too much about that because I want to be a surprise for the girls. And then I saw this one. And I just love the color combinations on this one. Like the blue and the old olive and some gold. That's gonna, so excited to come out. I have to wait until some stuff comes in to make something to go with that one. And then I saw this one. And I thought, like with the blue and the pink and the orange and the green, that one's really pretty too. I'm gonna do something with that one. Now I bought all these napkins within a 3-day period. So I guess I have a problem with that. And then I have this one here, and I just love the blue. And then they have like a dark plum. I would say that would be Blackberry Bliss. I would probably use Soft Succulent for that one, and then a white for that one. I have some I have a big serving platter upstairs that's all the pumpkins are in this color. So I'm looking forward to trying something with that one. But I get all my inspirations when I go shopping. And so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I mean, Rick may not think that. So this is a fairly easy card to do. Should I say that? Or anyway, so all the instructions and the dimensions and all the products that I used are over on my my blog, creatingwithsharon.com, but I am going to be using the Pretty Pumpkin bundle. So this is the bundle right here. So you'll receive the stamp set and then the dies, and I think it's yeah, I know, Jean, my husband gets quivers every time I tell him I have to go get inspiration. And then there's a better picture of the actual dies on that one. So that's the bundle I'm using tonight. And it's $62. So with celebration going on in Canada, if you spend more than $60, you get a celebration item. So why not you get the Bedazzled specialty paper, which is this right here. And if you notice on here, this one's really pretty, but I colored that up, and I'll show you how I did that a little later on. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me tonight. Okay, so I did some of the work ahead of time, like the embossing. You guys know how to do that. And I'm just going to glue that straight onto my card base. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Well, you guys get the idea. I'll do it later. So just add a little bit of glue onto that. And then I'll just put this right into the center. And I embossed this with the Painted Texture embossing folder. Get that pretty straight there. So I think those colors look so gorgeous together. I don't know what it is. And then I have a piece of Rich Razzleberry, and this is 3.5 by 2, and then I'm just going to put that right about there. Basically just the background from that. I'm just going to just bring in my cutter for a second. To me, this doesn't look straight. And it's not, because it's off just by a tad. There we go. There we go. So what a day we had today. Got up early, went to Costco, went to Winners. I didn't find anything today because I already bought 4 packages of napkins. I don't need any more, right? And then my husband killed me. Yeah, so we've got quite the stack upstairs. Ready to be used. Okay, so I'm just going to put that to the side. And I'm going to bring in just some scrap pieces of basic white cardstock. And I'm just going to ink up. Now I'm using my Momento ink because I'm going to be coloring with blends. And Momento is a watercolored ink. So I'm going to do that. I did that one. Woohoo. And now I'm going to bring in, okay, so I use this stamp set here. I'm going to use this one and that one there. So this is the card that was my submission for Casing Tuesday. Yeah, okay, I got carried away there. I was going to tell you what we did today. So we went to Costco. Oh my gosh, nobody was there. We were in and out. And I'd say less than 30 minutes in and out. Then we had to go get our pool water, our hot tub water tested. And we ended up emptying the hot tub and refilling that. My son Will, the one that's here from BC, and my husband took down the pool already. It's all down. We just have to reorganize it a bit because it is not even. So we got to work on that. So, okay, so I have all my blends here and I'm going to color my pumpkin and I'm going to use my pumpkin pie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the darker one and just do by the seams. And then I took some of my tomatoes that aren't ripe. I haven't had any. I think I had maybe, sorry, I lied. I probably had about 2 that had ripened, but I got like 30 upstairs that aren't ripened, but I think it's the weather, so I pick some of them and then we'll see what happens. So I did, I'm going to do around the edges too. So our Kiefer, our youngest son, is heading off to boot camp on Sunday, so he's in self-quarantine now. It's a requirement for them to go. And when he gets there, he's going to be in self-quarantine for another 10 days, another 7 days before he actually starts boot camp. But I guess better safe than sorry. That's all I need now is to shut down all the basic training for the military. Looks like I need new paper or pumpkin pie blend. Slightly. Yeah, so can't believe it's September already. And where did the summer go, eh? Just whizzes right by. Before we know it, that stuff will be flying around everywhere. Okay, so there's my pumpkins all done. Carol, he's following in his dad's footsteps. He's going to be logistics officer, and his specialty is going to be HR, human resources. Yeah, my husband does that right now. So we'll see. They already he's a reservist, so he already has a job. She just has to get the basic training done. And then I guess he's home. He's gone for a few months. He won't be back till December. And then from there, he's home for, I think, March, and then he goes on his training for his officer training, something like that. So, yeah. So I'm using the lifter here. Oh, 20 years. Yeah, my husband was in the Air Force too for 36. And then my husband's sister, she's Canadian. She was married to a training specialist that stationed out of Colorado Springs. And now he's up in Alaska. He's out of the military now. But he did all the training for the officers. They were ever kidnapped and all that sort of stuff. I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyway, small world. Yeah, we were posted to Colorado Springs for 4 years back in the 90s. That's where my youngest son was born. Okay, so now I'm bringing in, those colors that I did for the stems were crumb cake. Now I'm going to be using Granny Apple Green and Old Olive, the light Old Olive. I'm going to use a dark Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to do highlight around the leaves here. And our eldest son who's here, he's from Victoria. And he's in the Navy. He's a hull tech. Right now he's at the Damage Control School. And he's been in, it'll be coming up to 12 years pretty quick. He joined in September, so it should be coming up really quick. Whoops, wrong one. To do my flower. Yeah, so. And then I'm going to bring in my light Old Olive. And just recolor that. And just blending it all in. So I'm going to let you guys know too, starting tomorrow, I should have mentioned this at the very beginning, starting tomorrow, there's going to be a new kit, card kit on the, available to everybody, and it's going to be this one here. I don't have the number I did post it on Creating with Sharon, but this card kit will be available to everybody starting tomorrow. So I have a feeling that's going to be a hot commodity because it is a Christmas one in the kit. And what I love about the kit is it comes with everything, so you don't need to purchase anything. So perfect for beginners. You get your stamp set, you get a stamp spot, you get a block, and you get all your stuff to complete the cards, including the envelopes, the bling. And I'm thinking it might have your dimensionals in there too. I'm not too sure. But you just need your scissors. And if you're going to use adhesive, you'll need that too. But it might have the glue dots in there too, because Stampin' Up seems to be, for the kits, everything's usually included. Okay, so there's my leaves done. Oops, and nope, that's one too. Yeah, better color this one too. Lid back on it, they'll dry out. Don't want that to happen. So I'm using the I guess the smaller point, because I'm just putting these lines in here. And now I'm just going to just bring in this one. I'm going to use a wider one on this one because I want it just to blend. There we go. And now this little piece right here, I'm thinking this is a flower. I'm treating this as a flower. That's why I'm bringing in the yellow on this one. And then do the darker one. Oh, Jean, yeah, I know what you're saying. I have lots of them, the paper pumpkins. But I use them in my business. I use them for gifts, door prizes, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I have the same, I have a whole whack of them that I haven't used. Okay, I forgot to do these guys, so we'll get these guys done. I'm sorry, not chatting here, just too busy focusing on what I'm coloring. There we go. It looks like I missed a little bit of orange in the back side here, so I'm just going to just bring in and just color right back there. There we go. Hey Christina, how you doing? So just to let you know too, Stampin' Up! Has a special going on too, which I think is very interesting. If you decide to get the Try It kit, I call it a Try It kit because you just try it out and see if you like it. You don't have to do anything. There's no commitment to it whatsoever. You can sign up and just do it for the discount. You can sign up and have classes. I mean, it's entirely up to you. I myself just signed up for to get the discount, and then I started selling it, and that's where I am now. But like I says, and you can like sell it to anybody, your friends, anybody. You don't have to do anything. You can just use it just for the kit. Especially if you buy quite a bit. I mean, you start off, you save 20%. I mean, wow, that's could be a savings. And then once you get to a certain level, you save 25%. Well, you don't have to do anything. You can just take the kit and run, basically. You can actually get a bonus with that. You can pick a selected bundle, which would be the stamp set and the dies. Another thing too is you can join. Don't like it, that's fine. You let your I guess you let everything run out. You go into pending, and then you end up dropping, and then the next month you can join again. No big deal. Okay, so there, I've done that. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some dies. So I got this one, and this one, and I'm going to take this one here. So this one right here, and I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to cut out a pumpkin with that. And where did I put my paper? There we go. Here we are. So this is gold. And when I'm done with it, I'm going to make it purple. So I'm just going to cut this off. Now I do have a card club that is starting next week. Everybody's invited. The thing is with that is you agree to purchase $40 in product. You become hostess once during that time frame, which we're right into, we're going right for a year now. So that's 2 3/4. And during that time frame that you become hostess, and then you reap the rewards of being hostess. So you get the hostess rewards for that month. You also get a 50% off item. I also give my hostesses a stamp pad, an ink pad of their choosing. And we do a minimum of 3 projects. And I try and teach a technique. It's just not card making. I just try and do some sort of technique with that. If you don't live in the Winnipeg area, no problem. I mail everything out to the girls. Everything goes out. There's no cost for postage for you guys. There's little special things that I throw in there throughout the year. This year we're doing, I have a class for everybody that we're going to be doing, and we're at the sheep, hi Debbie, the sheep class. We're doing that. Okay, I gotta focus here. I gotta cut these puppies out, so I'm not gonna talk right now. That'd be a miracle, right? And I'm just gonna use, because I'm cutting these out around the, cutting these out, and I want to make sure that everything, that the dyes don't jump on me, so I'm just going to just add a wee bit of washi tape. And, oh, thanks, Gaetana, that's a nice to hear. Yeah, some of my girls that live in North Bay, and they're like at the end of the highway. And it's a learning experience. I got my product, the stuff, to them. I sent it to one person and asked her just to throw it in the mail, thinking it would be delivered right to them, but then it goes back down to Toronto, which is like 3 hours south, and then back up, so they get sorted and then back up. So that time it got to them late. But we got it all sorted out now. Trial and error. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, got all these all in line, and now we're going to just run it through the little mini. Oh, and I might have to cut this because it might be too long. Yeah, it's too long, so just bear with me here. I'm just going to just cut some of this off. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Oops, this one came off too. Okay, there we go. And I think one of them's off. Jumped. Anyway, so we'll just pop this guy out very lightly. So there's one. Get this one. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's do this one. I'm just going to just trim this up. And we'll do this one, and then I'll add that other one to this one too. Oh, there we go. Okay, and I'll add this one on. And just run this on through. There we go. So we have all our cutting all done. I'm just gonna put my dies in one spot so I don't lose them. And then this one here. There we go. Okay. Put these guys out of the way. Now I'm going to just, now you see how I colored this? See how this one's colored? So I have my my Bedazzled, and I'm going to bring in my Dark Razzleberry. I'm going to use a wide end on this. And all I'm going to do is I'm not going to go like this with it because this is rough and it could destroy the end of your tip of your blend. So all I'm doing is just basically just tapping the color on. And because it's alcohol base, it'll grab and not separate on you. Like if you take the water, just the regular Stampin' Rights, there's a good chance that this will not adhere onto the color may not adhere onto the Dazzled. So you could take basically any color of the lens and make your pumpkin any color you wish. We're doing a different technique at club this month. So and then but it's so pretty. And it has the bling, right? And everybody that knows me, I love bling and I love dimensionals. But you can also use your blends for your rhinestones, to color your rhinestones up. So you can make your rhinestones any color you wish. There's still a bit. I'm not going to be too fussy about that. I'm just going to just leave it just as it is, just so you can see the bling, and bring my card base back in. And what I'm going to do is just take this and put it right there, and I'm going to glue that down. Actually, you know what? This is driving me crazy, so I'm just going to just tap it some more to get. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just put this right here, and I'm just going to glue it down with just some Tombow glue. But you can adhere it any way you wish. And just like that. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. So right here, I'm just going to cut these guys in half. Just you go a little bit further if you cut them in half. And just add some on the back side. Like that. Oops, lost both ends. And then put a bigger one in the center there, because that's where that's going to go. Okay, so now I'm going to just add this piece right onto there, just like that. And I'm going to cover part of my bedazzled pumpkin, just like that. Now I'm going to just, this one here, this one, yeah. This one here, what I'm going to do, there's a little spot right here. And I'm just going to just cut that out. And I'll show you why in a second. I'm just going to just trim it because it looks like I didn't do a very good job cutting it out with the die cut. There we go. Oh, come on. There we are. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to put it around the stalk of the pumpkin, just like that. But because it's a little bit higher, I'm going to make sure I have a dimensional on the back side of him, just so he will lie a little flatter. So right there. And just put it in just like that. And then these guys, we'll get a dimensional or two. I'm going to use the bigger ones. There's one, and then two, and then the same for this one here. Well, I'm going to trim this one back too. Man, I didn't do a very good job cutting these out. There we go. Oops. And I'm just going to add this right in like that. And then this guy is going to go on the opposite side. Just bring him down just a little bit. So I don't want to cover that little pumpkin up. I want to show off the pumpkins, right? 'Tis fall. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find my piece for my sentiment. What did I do with it? Well, I guess I'll just have to cut up another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp a thank you using my Rich Razzleberry. Oops. Oh. Yuck. I'm going to put my thumb right in the ink. And I'll just, I'm cutting this one back. Just put it into the center. That's not straight. So, try it again on the back side. I've got fun prints on it. Jeez. Okay, so now let's bring in my mini cutter, mini trimmer. I'll just trim this back. There we go. Now I'm gonna just find a piece of a pumpkin pie. And look what I found, a piece of pumpkin pie. So, how big was that one? So we'll do, how long is that one? It's just over 2, so 2 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch, just like that. And now I'm just gonna make sure that it fits. I'm just gonna trim it back a bit too. So what I'll do is I'll just put my, oh, there's my pieces right there. Hey, geez Louise. Gonna add dimensions to the back side. Have my sentiment, and then I'll just put it on my pumpkin pie, and then I'll trim it back once it goes on, just to give it a there we go. And then I'll just trim this back just about that much. Okay, so now I'm going to rest this on the pumpkin right there, just like that. So this is already on dimensional, so I only need to put one dimension on the right hand side. Trying to figure out. And then I'm just going to add a tab of glue right there, and just slide that. And I'm going to line it up so it's lined up with the old olive, just like that. Oh, anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to do the inside, and just have a regular piece of cardstock, a white cardstock, and it's going to just fit just like that. So all I'm going to do is just ink up a cup. I'm just going to just do one on this one, just to finish it off, and I'm just going to just stamp this on the inside, just like that. And then I'm going to bring my blends back in and basically do what I did on the first card, or the front of the card, sorry. Geez, so quiet. Focus on coloring, staying within the lines. I just find coloring is so relaxing. Do the same thing with this one. There we go. And now I'm going to bring in my Dark Rich Razzleberry and just put a wee bit of color in like that. And bring in my lighter one. Just blend it all together. There we go. So I have a couple spots left of my Clever Cat class. There's two spots, or two spots left for the Saturday. With that, we are making 4 cards, all different. I have a little 3D project that we're going to make. You get the stamp set. All you need to provide is your own ink. Everything else is provided for you. And if it's porch pickup here in Winnipeg, it is $30. And if it's to be mailed, it's $40. And the stamp set is mailed directly from Stamping Up. And I will mail you your card kits, which are all ready to go right now. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. The class is on Saturday. I can't think of the date. The 25th, I'm thinking. And then we have another class. We could do another class if you get more than 4 people together. I can do another class for you. So there's the 2 cards. This is the one that I did this afternoon, and this is the one that we did tonight. So basically the same thing. Didn't change it up too much. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to let you guys go because I'm going to go upstairs and have some dinner. So thanks for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate it. If you're planning on placing an order, please use this hostess code right here. Club orders too, that one there. Would greatly be appreciated. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If not, I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Okay, thanks guys. See ya. Bye.